When we talk about data, there's a huge amount of activities taking place in collecting the data, curing it, making sure that the data, there are different ways to derive value out of data. There's the more traditional way for operational analytics, where we are talking about using the data to understand what's going on. Additional value, if you can use the same data to predict what's going to happen in the future. From our perspective, it's very simple. I mean, AI is about the ability to teach a computer, develop an algorithm that is able to replace a human decision, a decision that requires judgment. In most cases, we're talking about algorithms that are capable of doing one single decision in one single domain, but it's still okay, and it's called narrow AI because of that, but it's still okay because you can have many of these algorithms. Here we're talking about the big hundreds of millions of dollars range. This is the range of problems we are tackling there. But however, we know that there's a very long tail of other problems that could be much smaller in scale. The Center of Excellence is actually a Center of Excellence that is structured as verticals. Each vertical is a business domain. And in each vertical, we have all of the skills that are required to solve a problem. You first have to develop the model. Once you have a model, it's not enough, because you actually are not realizing the value of the model until it's not in production, right? It's actually, once you have a model, is to go and build an application around it, to wrap it with an application that will take care about bringing the data and exposing the results and all of the things. However, we found that this approach is not really scalable, because when you have many such models, it's not easy to deploy them. It takes weeks. We have a platform for each domain that hosts all of the models in that domain. And it enables a very easy way to deploy the models with continuous delivery. Just to illustrate, I mean, these platforms allow us to deploy models as I said, fully automatically. That in this vertical, we are trying either to augment or help the salespeople that we already have, but we don't have enough salespeople. What we have tried to do here is actually to mimic the way a person would do that into a platform. Sensing at scales means that we are trying to actually crunch hundreds of millions of web pages that we collect, crunch all of this data, and based on that, try to get to the right insights. It means that we need a platform, and this is what we have built, a platform that is always on. It's an online streaming system where the data continuously flows into that system, because when you build such a platform, you don't do it in a week or two or a year even. I mean, it's a continuous thing, and you want to be able to continuously add more capabilities, and this is what agile microservice architecture allows us. We also need to be able to deal effectively with text, because what we get is websites, tweets, news, things that you need to get sense out of it. I mean, you need to be able to, the machine has to understand what's going on in this text. This allows us to maintain all of our models and all of our AI solutions in a very low cost and low maintenance.